Hello everyone, it is Zigzag here. Welcome back to Geoguessr Explained and welcome back to Duels. Today's going to be a very short episode. I've got a timer set for 6:30. I got to head off soon to get beers with Eddie. So, that is what's on the cards, but we got a 20-minute episode today. So let's go no moving and NMPZ right now and see how we can play. We're at 1600 right now, and we should be able to match against anyone, seeing as how we've played all 20 of our games. So it should not be a long queue, so I'll keep talking for the next few seconds, and yeah, I'd say take this opportunity to hit like and subscribe, and comment what is your favorite thing to put on pancakes, man. Because for me, I'm a maple syrup and butter guy, but I can definitely go for lemon and sugar as well. Anyway, I'm waffling. Let's cut to the first duel. Oh, well, I'm probably just going to leave that in because we already have our opponent who is 1555 rated. We'll send a hello. It's no moving, unfortunately. But this should be Europe. Looks like it might be yellow border on that. Might be Romanian or something like that here. Fairly nondescript Europe location here, I must admit. Copyright here. Copyright check. 2020. Actually, very hard to read there. 2022. Okay, that could fit. Could it even be Poland, though? It does kind of look like Poland. We have an antenna. I feel like the antenna is not too common in Poland. And our opponent is Polish, so I'm kind of biased towards going there in a way. Do we see anything that could swerve us one way or the other? A lot of red brick architecture here is really interesting to me. It could even be Baltic. I just don't know. Yeah, maybe actually a lot of wooden houses here. Maybe you do go Baltic. In which case it would be like Latvia. It does kind of look like Latvia in hindsight. I can't confirm that, but actually leaning towards Latvia here. Let's check it out. And it was Latvia. And our opponent clearly is a strong player, because that was not an easy Latvia. Also goes Riga. So, good start, I suppose. I got there in the end. It's much better than if I went like, what was I saying at first, Romania? That would have been pretty disastrous. Looked at the architecture properly. Next one here. Okay, do we have a place name? Rizal. Yeah, Rizal is right here, I believe. So, yeah. Nice that I can use my knowledge now for the good. That is if that's not lying. Oh, it's a Barangay name. Okay, I need to be more careful for that. At least it was actually Mindanao. I mean, at least it wasn't actually Luzon. But, yeah, Rizal is right near Manila, but clearly there are other places called Rizal. I've noticed that in the Philippines, you do have to pay attention a bit more than what I'd hoped. Okay, next one here. We are in Belgium, I want to say. Houses definitely look like there could be no car. So yeah, I'm really liking Belgium here. That makes a lot of sense. Belgium's one of those few places in Europe with no car quite commonly. And it was Belgium. Opponent goes all the way in the northwest, though. So it's going to be a bit of damage, but we're pre-multis here. So nothing too crazy, obviously. Would be a nice win to get this one. Let's see what we can do here. Looks like it's going to be somewhere in the DR. It's quite hilly here. I don't know. Do we have any further metas? Not particularly from what I can see. Okay, we do have a big mountain there. Nice. Okay, so that should confirm that we are in De los Caballeros, which has a big ridge north, as you can see on the map. And opponent also gets it. It was fairly far away, to be fair, but it's a matter of 0 points there, so that's fine. Next one here. What are we going to get? 1.5 times damage. The duel starts now. Let's see what we get. It's going to be some Qatar action. Yep, short antenna tends to mean more south, right? From what I recall. Actually, I don't remember. I'm just going to click middle anyway. Doesn't matter. It's very unlikely that our opponent wouldn't know this, but... Oh, there's the Route 77. Could have 5K'd if we really wanted to here. And it is a bit further up that way. Good guess from the opponent. Short antenna north, I guess. Yep, good to remember. Okay, double damage. Let's get it, guys. What do we have on this round? Looks like it's going to be somewhere in Europe. We have some Polish language here, Polish bollards. These kind of it looks like a northern forest to me, but yeah, it's better to go for a hedge here, I think. Yeah, it definitely kind of gives me a northwest vibe or a north vibe, but I'm just going to click slightly further north of which and hope for the best here. Our opponent will likely get close, but yeah, it was northwest, but that's fine. We hedged it up a bit, and it's a pretty decent outcome for what could have been bad there against a Polish opponent. I don't know who it is, by the way. It seems like an alt account. Next one here should be somewhere in Bangladesh. We have tons of palms. What kind of roofs do we have? The roofs can be very useful. Okay, what copyright is it next? Oh, shit, get the copyright quickly. 2023. Don't get a particularly strong vibe off this one then. Better to just get the guess in so that nothing bad happens to us. Let's go here. And okay, we go for the same guess. Was northwest. I think I could have got that with more time. In fact, it was more of a western roof, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know. It was fine. It's Bangladesh, and we're into triple damage. And now is really anything can happen. And we got red car Russia. Feels like Omsk almost, so I'm wondering about that kind of area. Very much those like kind of eastern trees here. I wonder about like even a... Yeah, it does definitely feel just like Omsk to me, so I'm wondering which way you push, because we have the red car. Maybe a bit further east than Omsk, surely. It doesn't really feel that Novosibirsk to me, though. I don't know. It could even be like this coverage down here. But again, because it does actually look quite a lot like Ukraine. I'm going to hedge in Ukraine. That would be really funny. I'm going to do that. bit of BM, you know, never hurt anyone, guys. Come on. If we lose off of it, then that's just funny as well. Well, let's see where it actually was. Okay, it was Omsk there. Omsk red car. I hope that's not too rude. 3.5k damage, though. Very good. It was northern Omsk. I mean, I think the red car does appear more in the north in Omsk, so I maybe should have just guessed there. But, you know, 3.5 times damage now. In fact, yeah, the other place I wanted to guess wouldn't have red car, I think. But anyway, we in Germany here. Looks rather German to me. Euro something. Yeah, looks German. Okay, is that Hungarian pole tops? Or Hungarian poles, I think. Yeah. Okay, check copyright just in case here. If it's 2021, that feels really good. 2022, it's not too bad still. I think it is just... Yeah. I'm almost certain of it. Yeah. Everything fits here. Oh, especially that pole. Everything fits here for Hungary. Kind of felt more like southeastern or southern to me. Don't know. And it was eastern there, but our opponent also gets it. 291 points of damage. It's still right in the balance here. It's four times multis. Ultimately, there's not much in it at this stage. What have we got? A bit of Brazil action here, I would say. Checking out the vibes. Do we have any phone code, firstly? Doesn't seem that we do. No and no. Okay, that's good. Lots of medium-sized trees here. That kind of feels northern Brazil. Lots of tree plantations as well. It's a bit dodgy, like. Not an easy round. Do we have any palms? We don't really. It's also kind of confusing to me. Like, where do you get such big tree plantations with no palms is the question here. Well, Tocantins seems like a very, very safe guess here. I've definitely seen, like, oh, what about this? Is it, like, Piaui, maybe? Do you hedge like this, maybe? I feel like that pretty much covers most of what I would think it would be. Like, Max South, Piaui. I think you just go Tocantins here, honestly. Like, I'm just trying to, like, it's flat. The soil color, like, the vegetation looks north-ish. But we don't see any palms. And Marignao is like covered in palms. So I'm just going to go here. I feel like this is a good enough guess that I'm satisfied. And wow, it was Amapá. I thought those were Amapá trees maybe. And that's just knockout damage. Wow. I mean, it's never... The really annoying thing about this one, guys, is that's never, ever where he clicked. Like, never, I'm telling you. And I'm really surprised we didn't see a single palm tree. Like... I would have been much more confident. Let's go to NMPZ now. I would have been much more comfortable sending with at least one palm tree for Amapá. Like, I did consider it, truly. Chenaman would know because I did training with him and he talked about those medium-sized trees. But I didn't know they had tree plantations. Anyway, cope over. Let's get into the next game. Okay, we have our next opponent and it's a Russian player, Wuktis. Okay, should be interesting. Let's see how it goes. First one here, we are in NMPZ now, of course. Looks like it's going to be Poland. That's a very Polish-looking house. Pro fun. Interesting. Not sure what that means. Could it be anywhere else? I could see it being other countries. The wooden pole's definitely interesting. Could be like Hungary or something, for example. 2022 coverage definitely feels good for Poland, though. Spruce feels good for Poland over Hungary as well. Think I'm trusting Poland here. Might hedge it a little further south because if it's going to be wrong, it's probably going to be Southern Europe rather than Northern. So let's see what our opponent thinks about it. Certainly the wooden pole does cause a little bit of concern, but yeah, Eastern Europe does tend to do their own thing in terms of poles quite a lot, and this is no exception. And opponent clearly seems to do quite strong here. So let's lock in, grab a victory here against opponent who we should beat on rating. Next one here looks like probably just a standard Norway, very rocky, but also very flat for Norwegian standards, so it would have to be like around Oslo or something like that. We'll hedge for Sweden, because it could still be there. I'm doubting that this, I think this is too rocky for Finland. Otherwise, it would be a very strange one. Also, 2023 is very rare in Finland as well. So it was Sweden there. Our border hedge pays off, but only minorly. It's going to be only a matter of 500 points there. And we head through to round number 3. I think they should make the timer between rounds a bit shorter. Like, it adds up over the game. You do, like, a minute of staring at nothing. Next one here, interesting polls. Interesting eucalyptus. So, probably Brazil, but it could be Colombia, or it could be Panama, something like that. Maybe I'm actually preferring Colombia the longer I look at it. I don't know. Do we have any polls? Not really. Okay, opponent goes for it. I think the road almost feels more Colombian, 2023 coverage. I think the road almost feels more Colombian here. Very difficult to say. In the end, I think it is a strange Colombia, but I think it is more than Brazil. And okay, what's Colombia? Opponent went in Thailand. Quite a reasonable guess, to be honest. There wasn't anything that gave it away, but it just had more. I mean, the fence was more of like a Latin American fence for sure. But there we go. He gave us enough time to think of what we wanted to do. And the next one here is interesting. We're driving right. Is this ever Madagascar? Is what I want to ask you. It could be. Oh, opponent puts us in. Is it ever Madagascar? Because I can't place it in normal Africa. We do have copyright. Okay. Huh? I'm pretty sure Trekker doesn't have copyright, so I'm just going to go Ghana. Okay, well, it's Ghana. That's an incredible stroke of luck that I checked for copyright. I'm pretty sure Trekkers don't have copyright dates, so yeah, that... Wow, I mean, where was the yellow plate on the car? That's what I'm wondering. Like, yeah, anyway. Next one here looks like it's going to be somewhere in Greenland. I don't really region guess Greenland, but I feel like this is a bit further north. Like, there's no sign of real life going on apart from grass here, so... Okay, that was a really good region guess, and our opponent knew it, so we're lucky there. We are very lucky, really. Look at that. We only lose 200 points. I normally lose thousands for those ones. So 2 pretty crazy rounds in a row here. Quadruple damage now. And we appear to be in the UK or Ireland. Road quality feels quite Irish. The solid outer lines is not such an Irish thing, though. So I'm wondering what the meaning of that is. Ooh. It's quite a marginal round, really. The yellow house would push me Ireland, I believe. Same with the road quality. I'll hedge for NI. Oh, we'll see here. It's interesting. Oh, and it was actually just UK, yeah. Solid outer whites. I think that should be more of a UK thing, but I'm actually not entirely sure. Anyhow, because normally they do like yellow dashes on the outside of the road in Ireland. Anyhow, next one here. It looks like it looked like it should be actually Italy. Opponent goes quickly. Yeah, it is Italy, but it looked like Vienna for a second. Yeah, this is just North Italy, surely. Like, I don't really see this being elsewhere. I'm just gonna hedge in the middle of Pro Valley, and it was Pro Valley. And will that be enough? Opponent just goes near Rome there. It will be enough. Nice. So GG's to the opponent. Well played. Almost had me when it came to the Ghana. With the fast send. I like the play style. Very, very much going straight in is always fun. But let's see if we can get another one quickly here. It's probably the last one for the episode, honestly, because as I said, gotta go soon. Okay, thankfully, we find one relatively quickly here. Same opponent. Let's say Privyet and get into the game here. So, we know the opponent likes fast guessing. This one should be New Zealand, I imagine, with the white, thick signpost. Interesting forest here. This might be deceptively south, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think it looks like a South Island fence here. I'm thinking that this is quite deceptively south. I'm not sure how far south. I'll probably be a bit measured and go in Peel Forest here, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, well, it's just South North Island there. I don't know, the fence style is common in both islands, so maybe I was a bit too overzealous there, but yeah, I don't know, I just didn't quite... I mean, tree plantation's always tough, basically. Next one here, ooh, we got a trident. Would this be Marignal then? Opponent immediately goes, I like it, man. I think it should be Marignal with the trident, right? That's the north state where you see that the most commonly. I think everything checks out here. It's fairly dry for a Marignal. I'll just hedge it a bit further south. And okay, it was Max North, and it didn't spill. It was in Marignal. Opponent goes Piauí. Apparently they got good Brazil vibes, even if they get the wrong state. Oh, no, that was the other opponent who beat us. Never mind. Okay, next one here. Is it Germany? Or Norway or something? Oof, the insta-sending is crazy, man. I like it, but really, it's a bit much, isn't it? The road feels quite northern to me here. I don't know. I'll just click South Norway, like the insta-send, man. Where is this? Okay, wow, was Bergen. Really impressive guess from the opponent, though. To get that quickly, I mean, I thought Norway at first, but you really have to consider your options on those ones, I feel. Very interesting play, I must admit. Wuktus. I think I may have heard of him before, but definitely impressive. Okay, next one here. Octagonal Pulse, so Mexico. Very tropical looking there, but not a guarantee. And could it still be Colombia, by the way? Because... Okay, can we find an electricity counter here? I'm going to exit full screen, see if we can. Not really. Okay, we do see one. It's not a Mexican one. Yeah, so this is Colo, actually. Okay, I'm going to go in for that reason. Like Bucaramanga, maybe. I think Bucaramanga makes a lot of sense, actually, with this landscape. Like, it's like up. It's like tropical, but also not. Yeah. And opponent actually goes Peru, so he didn't get the same vibe I got, like the Mexican vibe. But yeah, it's a good guess there. Always like it when this opponent's stumped. That's when you know it's a hard round. 1.5 times damage now. We're in southern Brazil, I would assume, here. Look at those eucalypts as well. Interesting. White car. It tends to show up quite a lot, like around Uberlandia, I think. But maybe I would actually just go Sao Paulo here with the round pole. So I think that would make quite a bit of sense. We'll see. Oh, and it was actually, wow, all the way down in Mato Grosso do Sul. Opponent goes Goiás. It's going to be another husky hit of damage there. And we have a 3-1 advantage, roughly. So going good. Next one here, just going to be Iceland. I think it's this road here. Is that what this road looks like, I think? We're going north-northwest. That could definitely fit for certain places there. And we're in the mountains, though. It's really hard to see where the hills are in this part of Iceland. Maybe they're not there. I'm still going to go for it anyway. We got an advantage here. Ah, shit. It was just yeah, that's like standard guess. He made the standard guess. I think where I clicked is actually flat, so kind of a bot guess. I don't know. It's okay. 2.5 times damage now. Let's get it. What are we going to make out here? Okay, passing place, clearly Scotland. It's possible our opponent doesn't know that. Just going to go in for the guess here then. Yeah, if our opponent insta-sends everything. So if he didn't insta-send this one, then I think we might knock him out here. Because it's not an easy Scotland, I would say. Well, we'll see. He might go Ireland, I think. That kind of looks like Ireland. Red Road as well, which is kind of weird for Scotland. And yeah, he goes Australia. Maybe thinking me insta-sending was a sign that it was Australia, but not the case. Okay, we take some extra elo here. So we actually end the episode 5 positive, which is great. So let's see where that puts us in the world right now. Obviously sucked the first one, because I think we did play better. But yeah, we're 75th in the world, pretty much stable. And next episode, we will be climbing only, guys. I don't know. And actually, if you guys want a bit of history right now, I believe that Karania is still first, yeah. So we have an Aussie on top at the moment of the world, which is cool. Congrats to Karania. But as I said in the last episode, I feel like me and Karania are relatively similar. Karania might be a bit better than me. I think that's fair to say. But I'm not that far off, I feel. So, yeah, let's see how the episodes progress. And thank you very much for watching until the end. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.